welcome to American Baker in Germany. I'm Michelle, and today we are making one of my recipes. We're making my recipe for vanilla cake. This is actually a recipe for white cake I got from the blog Sugar Spun Run. So check that blog out, it is amazing. It has so many wonderful recipes in it. So I'm going to show you how I make that today. It is super light and fluffy, and let's get started. Okay, first of all, our ingredients. We have 6 tablespoons of butter. That is 85 grams, for those using grams. We also have 2/3 of a cup of oil. I don't know if you can see that. And that is about 150 milliliters. Then we have 2 cups of sugar. That's about 400 grams. And 1 tablespoon of vanilla. That's about all I have left in here. So I'm just going to use this. An alternative to using vanilla is if you're using vanilla sugar, that would be 3 packages of vanilla sugar. We also have 2 2/3 cup plus 2 tablespoons of flour. That is about 345 grams of flour. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. That is also known as 1 package of baking powder. We also have 1/2 teaspoon salt. I'm just going to put some in, but it's not more than a dash. And 1 cup of milk. That's 225 milliliters. I'm using lactose-free milk, but you can use regular milk if you would like to. And 6 egg whites. That's what those are. Those are just egg whites from 6 eggs. And I will show you how to put this all together to make our vanilla cake. Okay, the first thing we put in is our butter. 6 tablespoons of butter. And the first thing we do is we cream our butter. And then we add our oil and our sugar. Mix it up. When I first saw this recipe and saw how much oil there is in it, I thought to myself, oh, that's going to be really gross looking once I put the butter, oil, and sugar together. But look at this. That's not gross looking. It's lovely. So, next, we put in our vanilla. Just going to put in all the rest of this vanilla extract. It's probably a little bit less than a tablespoon, but this is a pretty strong flavor, so should be okay. So what we have here is mostly a mixture of oils and sort of fats. We have butter and we have oil. So what we do, instead of adding the milk to this, because milk is mostly made out of water, so if you add all of it right away, then it's like putting oil and water together. And that's just not going to work. So what we do is we add our dry ingredients first, and then we add some of the milk, some of the dry, some of the milk, some of the dry. So that's why we do that. It's because if you just put them all together, then it's like adding oil and water together, and they don't mix. I add my salt and baking powder to my flour. Mix this up if you would choose to. I haven't really noticed it made a difference, so I usually don't bother. So I'm going to add some of my dry ingredients. That's about 1/3 of it. Mix it up. Now I'm going to add about 1/2 of my milk. Alright, that's about good. Look at that. Doesn't that look lovely? It's so yummy. I think I know what you're thinking though. You might say, hey Michelle, you forgot your egg whites. I did not forget, and I will show you how to do that now. So this is what it looks like now. And this is actually a really lovely looking batter. So, but it's still not finished. We can take it up a notch. Okay, so here are our egg whites. And they don't look like much right now. I'm not going to add them like this because we want to beat them into stiff peaks before we fold them into the rest of the batter. That is what makes this recipe so amazingly light and fluffy. It's really delicious. So let me show you how to do that. Alright, I was noticing it leaving a mark in it, so let's test it. I think it's not quite there. It holds its shape, but it kind of flops over. I think that's soft peak, so let's try to keep going. Alright, that's what we're looking for. See how that like sticks up on the top? Yeah, that's what you're looking for. That's hard peaks. Or stiff peaks, it's sometimes described as. Same thing. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold this into our cake batter. And you fold by making long sweeping motions. You're not stirring it like this. You're like scraping the sides. Get that off of the side. Scrape the sides and fold it over. Scrape the sides and fold it over. That's how you fold something into something. What you're trying to do is you're trying not to lose all of that lovely air that's been trapped in the egg whites, because that is what makes it nice and fluffy. So. Okay. Now, this is what it should look like. And that is my recipe for vanilla cake. You bake it basically the same amount as you bake any other kind of cake that I have shown. I also have a vegan chocolate cake recipe. So depends on the size of your pan. It can bake anywhere from 30 minutes to 50 minutes, depending on how deep it is and how large it is. So watch your cake and make sure to test it. I also have that up on my Baking Basics series on how to bake a cake if you need any tips for that. And this one bakes up really, really lovely. The outside tends to be a little bit brown, but as soon as you cut it off, it's perfectly white and beautiful on the inside. I hope you enjoyed the recipe today, and I'll see you again next time.